Hi, I'm back. Have you missed me? Sorry I've been gone so long. The last several months have been very interesting. I've had a lot of interesting things happen to me since the end of summer last year. It's been a really big time for spiritual growth for me, and I'm sorry I keep looking down. I have some tarot cards for you, and they are Trump related. So yeah. Anyway, I haven't had a lot of communication with my guides in the last several months, and one of the things they were not giving me was Trump information because really, and I'll just be honest, there wasn't anything new to add. They had really at that point said everything that they needed to say, and I had nothing else to add to all of the other videos that were out there on YouTube from people like Linda G and Melissa, Free Range Psychic, all the rest. Those are the two I watch the most, but I do watch a whole lot of different people on YouTube when I have time. And I just didn't, I mean, all I would have done was come on here and say, yeah, what they said, that's what I'm getting. And that was just, to me, that was just pointless to do that. But I do have information today, and I do want to share this with you. I think some of this is pretty much the same information we've gotten from some other people, but it's corroboration, it's confirmation, and there's a little extra here. So first of all, yes, it's been busy for me the last several months. I was learning a lot. I was doing a lot of spiritual learning and spiritual growth and development, and that was where my focus was. I think many of you know that I had some dark entity that was attacking me last summer. And as soon as I got rid of that entity, within weeks, I had somebody else come on and I just got cleared from them. And I won't go into the details, but there was somebody that was psychically attacking me. And when I was using my pendulum, which is how I communicate with my guides, at least up till now, this person was coming through and giving me all kinds of interesting and misleading messages. And it got to the point that my guides actually went dark on me. And when I say go dark, they just stopped communicating. They wanted to stand back and watch me and see how I handled this person who was attacking me. And apparently that lesson has been learned now, and they have put I guess, a divine guard up around me so that this person doesn't affect me anymore. So fingers crossed that this is the hurdle that has been crossed at this point, and I'm moving on in my spiritual journey and spiritual growth to bigger and better. So with that said, I have been using my pendulum. I have a new pendulum. It's copper, and this is what I use to draw the cards that I'm going to talk with you about today. And and the other thing, I was going to share this with you. I have started a new fitness, not really fitness journey, but I'm bringing myself into wellness and creating balance in my life. And I discovered this book. I was reading another book, and I can't even remember what it was now. Oh, about Reiki. I'm going to do Reiki training. I'm sorry. I'm going to start learning how to do Reiki, and hopefully by the end of the year, I will have my Reiki Master certification. But as I was reading the book on Reiki, they referenced this diet, the 3-season diet. I thought, oh, that sounds really interesting. I'm going to look that up. And I absolutely love this. If you are interested, there it is. Look it up. I started this this is the third day, and I have to admit, I am really amazed. I'm not going to go into this because this isn't about diet. However, I am going to start doing more videos again, and part of what I'm going to do here is hold myself accountable and hopefully show you the journey that I'm going to be on with this. I've already lost 20 pounds. I'm down 20 pounds and making good headway, but it's been a struggle. And I think with this diet plan, I don't even want to call it a diet because it's really not. It's just a way of eating, a more balanced way of eating. And I'm hoping that with this balanced eating plan, I will lose some weight. And as I get on these videos, I'm hoping that you'll keep me accountable and I'll feel a little bit more motivated to get on here and kind of show you my progress as I move along. And hopefully as the weeks and months go by, you'll see that progress here. I'm really excited about it. I'm super excited about it. It feels very natural and very normal. So, okay, into the cards. 5 minutes in, we're going to talk about what I have here for you today. I was doing an oracle reading, I think it was Saturday, and my guide started to throw some Trump messages in, some political messages in about things that are coming. And one of the things that they said about 2020, this oracle reading was about the year 2020, the entire year. So a lot of the messages were for me personally, but I pulled a card out of my Moonology deck. And once I started getting into the definition and the message in that card, what they told me was that in the year 2020, my job is going to be to channel love into all situations. And apparently there's going to be a lot of love a lot of situations that love will be needed to be channeled into. The first thing that they said was the end of Trump's presidency is coming this year before the election. And we'll get into that in just a minute. So hold tight. Some good news on that front. If the messages I'm getting are accurate, I have no reason to doubt, but according to the energy right now, I have a month that he's going to be gone. So the end of Trump's presidency is coming, and apparently that brings about the end of Mike Pence's vice presidency and any hope that he would have to be president. There's going to be more fires. There will be terrorist attacks. There will be domestic riots or domestic terrorism after Trump is gone. Floods, conflicts overseas, etc. Stuff that we're already seeing. We're seeing volcanic eruptions. I guess we've had 3 major volcanic eruptions on the Pacific, that what they call the Ring of Fire, just in the last few days. Obviously, we have fires in Australia. We've got snowstorms and floods and weird weather going on here in America. Where I live, we just had what I would call biblical rains and flooding. It was for 2 days solid, and it was just like a river, and out in the back, and then there was a lake in their yard across the street, and there was a lake in my backyard and in my driveway. So we had it all, and we're going to see more of that this year. And I don't want you to be afraid, and I don't want you to worry about this. This is supposed to happen. 2020 is a huge year of change, and we're going to see a lot of this, of chaos and catastrophe and cataclysms and you name it, because the earth is purging. There's a ton of light coming in to the planet right now, a lot of energy from the universe, and we're all absorbing it. The earth is absorbing it, and as we and the earth absorbs this light and energy, it creates this purging. So all of this negative energy and crud that needs to be released is coming to the surface. We're seeing that in ourselves. Some of us are extremely tired right now. If you're fatigued, exhausted, you can't get up and you don't have any energy, or you're sick and you've got aches all over and you don't understand why, this is why. We've got this happening right now. That is happening to the planet. It's happening to groups of people. So all of this fighting that we're seeing between the Democrats and the Republicans, and all of this hate being thrown around from both sides, that's being partly caused by all of this energy and light coming in. So this is normal and it's natural. However, I've said this before on this channel and in my videos, what I would really like to see all of you do is stop hating. I understand that a lot of you don't like Donald Trump. I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like what he's doing. I don't like his message. I don't like his administration's actions. However, I send him love every chance I get. I am grateful for his presidency, because his presidency has taught me things. It's taught me who I am. It's made me learn who I am as a person, as a spiritual person, as a light worker. It's awakened me to my purpose. It's been a tremendous learning experience for me. And it's been a tremendous learning experience for the world. And it's taught me to let go of my fear and my hate and to embrace love. He is performing a service. We're doing the work of God. Whether you want to believe that or not, he is here for a reason and he is president for a reason. And it is to awaken society. It is to awaken all of us to our own demons inside and to everything, the corruption that has been going on in our society for far too long. We now know and we see it, and it's because of him that we do. If he were not president, we would still be going along with all the corruption that we had before and everything else, and none of this would be getting fixed. And with him in there, it's going to get fixed. All right, cards. My guides gave me 4 cards the other day, and let me get my notes on them. The first card they gave me, because I asked, okay, show me what's going on with Donald Trump. I got the Emperor card. This is my Syro Marchetti Tarot of Dreams tarot deck. For whatever reason, my guides absolutely love using these cards for Donald Trump readings. But this is the Emperor card, and I'm like, oh. When I first pulled this out, I was like, I really don't want to see the Emperor card because I don't want Trump to be the Emperor. But the message here was that Trump represents a larger epidemic of greed, hate, and corruption. This Emperor in this card is huge. It's very unrealistic. This is not a normal sized man. All right. This does not, we can't see this. Nobody in this entire world is going to be so tall that they're going to stand as taller than the skyscrapers. And these are all buildings down here. You see that in the card. This is like a city down here. So it's an illusion. Okay. First and foremost, it's an illusion. His power is an illusion. His might is an illusion. His whole administration is an illusion of power. It's not real. He has no power. We all know that. If you're watching this channel anyway, you all know that. We've been saying it forever. His power does not come from him. His power comes from Putin. Okay. So first and foremost, this is an illusion. His presidency is an illusion. And that he does represent the worst in all of us, even those of us who are opposed to Trump. He represents that hate and fear that we hold in our heart for him. So if you're holding hate and fear in your heart for Donald Trump, you are behaving exactly the way Donald Trump does. The message here and the lesson here is to disengage from that hate and fear and to embrace that love and compassion, even for Donald Trump. Donald Trump, of all people, and you see me cry over him in these silly readings that I do. When I talk about how he had this opportunity to do such great and wonderful things, and he chose the wrong path. I always get that one card for you where I call it the red pill and the blue pill, and he took the wrong pill. He chose to go the way of the dark side of the Force, for all you Star Wars fans out there, which I am one of you. He chose that path. And it's sad that he did, because he could have done such wonderful things. And he could have been the true Messiah. He could have led us all into a glorious time of utopia on earth. He could have been this magnanimous, beneficent person, and he didn't. He chose to go the other direction. Okay, so he does deserve our compassion and our love, because he needs it more than anybody. To be honest, he does, because when he dies, it's not going to be a pretty situation. He will go to heaven, but he's going to have to be cocooned and healed for a very, very long time, because of what he has done on this earth and the pain that he has caused. And his soul is going to need tremendous healing And it's sad to think about that. It really is. Because when we die, we should all be free and glorious and sitting with God and be happy and not have these burdens still upon us. And that's not going to be the case for him. Okay. Anyway, I've gone on to, philosophize way too much on that card. But yeah, the message was to look within. Even if we all need to look within. Okay. Not just the Trump people, the Trumper thumpers. All of us need to look within and rip out the hate and fear that we hold in our hearts. Okay. This is a great time to learn that lesson. The second card I got was the Four of Cups. And I looked at this for a little bit and I thought, again, what? And this card had actually come up earlier for me. And I had remarked on the fact that this guy was naked. The Emperor has no clothes. Again, this is saying this is all an illusion. Okay? The Emperor has no clothes. And that's really what this is. It's going to lead to his disappointment. And he's going to be made a fool of. When this is all said and done, he is going to look like a fool. The Emperor with no clothes. Okay. The next card, I'll put those over there. The next card I got was the King of Coins. This is Donald Trump. This is typically the card that I get and that other readers get for Donald Trump, the King of Coins. And what the message was here was that he is going to be reduced to a mere mortal, and not just a mere mortal, but a tired mortal. If you can see in this picture, this king always looks really tired to me. And he's got the bags and the dark circles under his eyes, if you can see that. Okay. That's Donald Trump. Mere mortal, not the emperor. Not the emperor. He's a man, and his power has been stripped from him, and he is tired. He is so tired. He is ready to go. He really is. And when I say he's ready to go, and it just hit me, I think he's ready to go, like, physically. I think he's ready to just leave this world. And I don't want that to happen. Please, if you are saying out there, I wish he would die, please do not say that. We do not need Donald Trump to die in office and become a martyr. That is the last thing that we need. We need him removed from office. He does not need to die. Do not wish death on anybody, not even Trump. Okay? Do not do that. Please. I'm begging you. Don't put that out there. The last card I got is the Ten of Wands. And if you've watched my readings in the past, you've seen this card come up a lot for Donald Trump. This is legal judgments against him, indictments, sentencing. This is like being sentenced to jail, years in prison. This is a massive amount of legal burden just piling up upon piling up upon piling up on his back. And it's not going to stop. And this is the card they gave me today. The Eight of Wands. Right now, this month, everything is already sped up. Everything is already coming forward fast and furious with tremendous coordination. And it's again, all of these legal judgments and the indictments and all of the evidence, okay, all of the evidence against him. This month, it's coming forward, and the Eight of Wands is all about this, the communications, fast forward movement. It's almost like the Chariot, but not, if you're familiar with tarot, this is kind of like the Chariot card, but the Chariot is a major arcana. This is the minor arcana or arcana. Depends on how you want to pronounce it. I really don't care. So this is not as big as the Chariot, but it's still big. You know, this is not, the major arcana is reserved for like the stops along your life path. This is just affecting the stops along his life path. So it's coming fast, it's coming furious, and this month it's really going to heat up, and next month it's just going to get worse for him. And what they told me, what my guides have told me is March, the month of March. He is, at least that's the way the energy is setting up at this point. that his presidency will not survive March. And if it does, it will not survive very far into April. And that Mike Pence is going to go with him, pretty much like with him or right after he goes. And that will leave us with Nancy Pelosi as president because she's next in the chain of command. And I think if that happens, I have a feeling that she will name Adam Schiff. Unless she's not allowed to do this, I think she will choose Adam Schiff to be her vice president. Because I've always seen Adam Schiff in the White House, like before the election. That just could be, because that happened. I saw that like 2 years ago. That may have changed by now, but I've always felt Adam Schiff. And whether he gets in there now or not, I don't know. So March, and if you watch Melissa Free Range Psychic, interestingly enough, she said the same thing, March. And that in April, the new regime, I guess you want to call it that, the new administration takes over. And it'll be really hectic. April, May, and June are going to see a lot of chaos in the United States, a lot of violence, a lot of rioting, a lot of Trump supporters coming out and doing really bad things to people. And the military will have to be called in to stop them. It's unfortunate that this is the way it has to be, but anyway. I hope that you enjoyed that. And I'm hoping that I can get back on here soon and give you some more readings. I don't know how much longer we have to deal with Trump, but we'll see what comes out if they give me some more cards. And if nothing else, I can come on here and show you my updates about diet. Again, I hate the word diet. I shouldn't say hate. I don't like the word diet because I think that like makes you think of fads, and that's not what this is. It's an eating plan. So anyway, enough of that. I hope that you like this, and I hope that you have a good day, and I hope you've had a wonderful holiday season and that your new year is off to a great start and that big things happen for you this year. It's a huge year to make changes. So if you want to make changes, this is the year to do it. 2020, it's a gateway year, or what they call a portal year, and it's big, huge. So enough of that. I'm glad to be back. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I love you all. Send love and light and blessings to everybody you know, including Donald Trump. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.